Hi, I am Anna Petersen, one of the contributors for the TIRF Show and Tell initiative. Our idea is to share with educators from all over the world what we have been doing when using AI, either in our classes, that could be for everyday classes, that could be for lesson planning, and for other great ideas that we can have to make our experience as professionals better, more productive, more efficient, and more effective. Today, I'm going to share with you one of AI tools that I've been researching into and I found quite interesting when you are a researcher or when you are willing to expand your ideas, when you have a specific curiosity, some questioning that you would like to get a little more detail about one or another study, or another paper, article, reports, whatever it is. I teach at Seminole State College in Florida. We have international students, people from different ages, all adults, yes, but from different ages inside our classes. We can have students who are 18 years old, but also 91 years old. So it is interesting the kind of reality we have. Today, the focus, though, is not the students, but it is a little more, just like I said before, the researcher or the educator as someone investigating an idea. I will be sharing with you one of the tools that I have found that I understand it is interesting for us to expand our ideas or to get organized when we are researching, be it for a master's program, a doctoral program, even a postdoctoral program, why not? Or just curiosity. Let me share with you what this tool is. So what you see here on the screen is Atlas Workspace. Atlas Workspace.ai is a tool that I have found quite interesting to help me put together ideas and summarize a bit for me. All you have to do is to log in. You create an account, right? So it's easy. You can use your Google account to just click here and there, receive a confirmation email, and you are already inside Atlas. So, what am I going to do? I have put together some articles, reports, some papers that I found online about a curiosity that I have, and it has to do with our project with TIRF, which is AI in language education. So, if you search online, and you can use any AI tool for this, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Claude, whatever you want, you will find lots of articles that are already investigating AI in language education. But my point is, how do they connect to each other? What kind of insight can I get from this or from that paper? So hopefully Atlas Workspace will help me to map out all these ideas and put together a summary for me. Mind you, the idea here is not eliminating the reading and the investigation process of the researcher. Is part of the research that the person is reading, is searching information, looking for more. But at the same time, there is so much. So putting things together and narrowing down a bit the avalanche of ideas that I have from these papers is interesting for me. So what I will do is I will upload many files that I have already saved to my computer, and they are all from different authors. So I have taken papers from Cambridge University Press, from the British Council, from the American Department of Education. And I have saved these papers into my computer, and I have just uploaded these papers to Atlas Workspace. What does Atlas Workspace do for me? You can see that the papers I selected now, 5 different papers and they are being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different papers, and they are all being uploaded here. While it is being uploaded, it is mapping their correlation. So how are these papers related? So the images that you see here on the screen are these papers, and what are their similarities? How are they connected? So if you see, I have some papers that are pretty much connected, and another one about generative AI that stands at a different cluster, stands at a different part of the study. What this semantic map means for us is that I can find here, I can zoom in, and you will see that my PDF is there. The moment I click on that map, I will have the whole study here or the whole paper. What is the advantage and what am I expecting this map to do for me? As soon as I can have it upload all the papers, I did something crazy, I put them all together. As soon as I can have them all uploaded, what Atlas Workspace will do for me is a summary of it. For now, imagine that this is a big folder where I have everything together. If you pay attention here on the side, you will see that it is already summarizing these papers for me, and it's doing it as a mind map. So I can open the paper again, and I can have the summary coming up here. So I will open the summaries in just a second. I'm just waiting for it to upload all of my original files. Again, inside the map, I have their correlation. So how are these papers that I have found online together or not? What kind of language do they have that overlaps or has to do with one or another? This map that Atlas has created, I can play with it, so it will be moving around for me to see these studies. I have one here, generative AI in language pedagogy, and you can see that the other papers are here inside the same map. So the ones that are closer in terms of topic or in terms of same ideas are inside the same map, and the others at a greater cluster, let's say, because they call it cluster when they put things together. What is interesting for me is that not only I can see how they relate inside this big map, but also I can interact with them. So if I take the first that I have here, I can open all of them. So generative AI in language education, bridging divide and fostering inclusivity, all of them are very interesting. Human-centered AI, lessons for English learning and assessment. You see that it's creating here this summary, and I can access this, I can download it, and I can also edit whatever I find, or actually whatever AI has created for me as a summary. I am still in control because I can take this, every information that I have here, and I can edit. I can color it in different colors, and I can also add to a chat that I'm going to show you in a second. So I have all these papers connected, interrelated. I have them summarized, and I can find information inside each of this paper through the chat. I believe I have 1, 2, 3. Well, this one is repeated. Let me close this one, and I think I haven't uploaded this one. This is another very interesting one, named Generative AI in Language Education, Opportunities, Challenges, and the Need for Critical Perspectives. So again, I have the summary of it. It's organized as a mind map, which I find very, very interesting. I can download it. Let me see, I can make it a little bigger for us to read better. because yeah, we need, so it is summarizing the whole paper, and I can come here, just like I said, I can add it, I can completely delete this information, I can change the words that are here, or I can personalize it so that it doesn't look completely AI like, right? So AI just summarized it, I didn't even take a look at it. Oh no, right? So after I read paper by paper, I can edit, I can compare my ideas to what was given here. Again, in the chat, it already gives me ideas that I can sort of put in the big lenses. So, for example, what does the paper mean by the calculator moment regarding generative AI in education? So, AI is already suggesting me questions to investigate this paper better and to keep me a little more aware of the amount of information that I have there. So, if I click here, I will get AI's not only the question that was asked, but I will get it a bit summarized. So you see, it's very, very interesting because, again, as researchers, there is just so much to read, there is so much to investigate, and sometimes there is one or another point that just slips us by that we don't pay attention. So AI helps us with this. So again, ready questions that I can use those questions, and I can interact or actually go inside each of the papers and see how they interrelate. So the calculator moment is explained as a metaphor for the introduction of pocket calculators, and then the idea that in the past, the calculators we also had to tame. AI is about the same. I can take this and ask my personal question. How does the calculator example relate to the other papers? Let me see what it will say. If it will be able to take other papers from my map. You see, it's reading paper by paper that I have uploaded in this map of mine, and it is giving me a whole summary. It's giving me a whole series of highlights or items that I can explore and be a little more aware of one specific information from one of the papers. So even this in summary, the calculator metaphor acts as a lens through which your workspace sources collectively view AI, not as an optional technological upgrade, but as a fundamental shift that forces the education sector to redefine its core mission, balance human-led instruction with technological augmentation, and prioritize critical evaluation over passive adoption. So you see, it's giving me insights inside the papers. So I would suggest for the researcher to make a selection of the papers, articles, reviews, or guidelines, documents that you find pertinent, that you find interesting and appropriate for your own study, or those that you believe satisfy your curiosity, and have Atlas Workspace help you to dissect these texts, have Atlas Workspace to take you a little beyond your own thoughts or your own curiosity. It is interesting as a researcher not to see a sole point of view, right? Just one perspective. And of course, we can draw ideas, we can sort of widen our research, but AI can do this very, very well. Obviously, as any AI in anything technological, we should always double check. So read the texts carefully, compare the information that you have in the original and the information that is being summarized by AI. Cross match all of them and see how effective AI has been in this example for you. I do believe this is good help. I do believe that as a researcher, you have a lot to investigate. You have a lot to find out, literally. So once you have kind of highlighted where you are going, use Atlas AI Workspace to help you map to help you locate your the studies that you are using and summarize them for you critically in a perspective that you can interact with. I do believe that it is a great help, but again, not a substitute of your own work. The idea is to help you really to put together ideas. You can, as you can see here, you can add notes to this map, you can add notes to this study, you can save this project. So it's a very interesting tool that is out there for us to use. Just like any AI tool nowadays, it offers you uh, a certain number of projects that you can do for free. And after this number of projects, you can buy the premium version if you wish, or you can use as much as you can. If I'm not mistaken, Atlas will provide you 5 different projects or 5 different maps. Well, I hope this helps. I hope this sort of playing with AI is interesting for you and it helps to narrow down the so many ideas that AI or new AI tools are providing us. If you have any questions, any doubts, do not hesitate to drop a comment or to email us at TIRF, and let's see how we can help you experience AI at the best value that you can. Bye.